All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something I think you'll find pretty interesting staying healthy.
Yeah, sounds right up our alley, right?
Definitely. And we're going to be looking at a script for like a fitness and diet video. See if we can dig out the important stuff, save everyone some time and maybe offer some actionable advice.
I like it. It's
Mm,
interesting how these videos try and, simplify all this complex information, but that's what we're going to do too. We're going to break it down even further.
exactly. So, where should we start? I think maybe the most obvious place is with staying active.
For sure.
This script really emphasizes exercise,
Right.
but I think it's really interesting to consider why.
Yeah.
Why is exercise so important? I mean, it's not just vanity, is it?
No, not at all. Think of it like this. When you exercise regularly, it's like you're giving your body a tune-up.
Okay, I like that.
Research has shown that it can actually lower your risk of chronic diseases, heart disease, some types of cancer. Yeah, and there's a ton of research emerging about the positive impact on the brain,
Yeah.
especially cardio. It can actually help prevent cognitive decline.
Wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, a workout for the mind and body.
I love it. So this script talks about three main types of exercise.
Okay.
We have cardio, strength training, and flexibility.
Right?
When I think about cardio, I immediately picture like, hours on a treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
Is that all there is to it?
No, not at all. Cardio is basically anything that gets your heart pumping, but different types of cardio will get you different results. For example, high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, you've probably heard of it.
I have, yeah.
It's been shown to be super effective for burning fat and boosting your metabolism, even if you only do it for short periods of time.
That's good news for me because I've always had a hard time with long workouts.
Yeah.
Speaking of things I have a hard time with, strength training.
Uh-huh.
Do I really need to hit the gym every day to get any benefits from it?
No need to become a bodybuilder or anything.
Okay.
Strength training is all about building and maintaining muscle mass, which is important for so many reasons.
Like what?
Well, for one, it just helps you with everyday activities, improves bone density, and can actually boost your metabolism too. And what's fascinating is research has shown that targeting specific muscle groups can have different benefits. Like if you strengthen your core, it's essential for back health and stability as you get older.
I can see why that would be important, especially for someone like me who spends way too much time hunched over a computer.
Yeah.
And then the last one mentioned here is flexibility and balance. I'll be honest, I kind of neglect this one a lot.
Yeah, it's often overlooked, but it is incredibly important. You see, being flexible helps prevent injuries. It improves your posture, and it can even help reduce those aches and pains we tend to get as we age. And it's not just about touching your toes right. It's about maintaining your range of motion so you can move freely and comfortable throughout your life. Something like yoga or Pilates can make a big difference.
Yeah, totally. So we've got cardio, strength training, and flexibility. Sounds like finding a balance of all three is what we should be aiming for.
Exactly. And this script also talks about finding an activity that you enjoy.
Right. Because who wants to dread their workout?
Exactly. If you enjoy something, it won't feel like a chore. Maybe it's dancing, hiking, swimming, even just taking a walk in nature. It's about making movement part of your life, not something you have to force yourself to do.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered the whole moving our body thing.
Right.
But what about fueling our bodies? The script goes into healthy eating, which is something I'm always interested in because, well, I have a bit of a sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah.
I love, love, love good food.
Well, food is more than just fuel, right? You're
Yeah.
giving your body information. When you eat a balanced diet, you're providing your body with what it needs. The building blocks for everything from cell repair to hormone production. So let's dig into what this script suggests.
Okay, sounds good.
The first thing they highlight is whole foods.
Oh, I love those. Give me all the colorful fruits and veggies. They're like packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants.
Absolutely, and that's what makes them so powerful. It all comes down to nutrient density.
Mm,
So, for example, think about a cup of spinach.
okay.
It's full of vitamins and minerals. Now compare that to a cup of potato chips.
Yeah, big difference.
Exactly. So when you choose foods that are nutrient-rich, you're getting more bang for your buck.
Makes sense. And then the script talks about the opposite, things we should be limiting, processed foods.
Yeah.
I know I should probably cut back, but it's hard. The salty, sugary snacks are just so tempting.
They are, but the problem is they're often loaded with added sugar, unhealthy fats, artificial ingredients,
Mm.
things that our bodies just aren't designed to handle.
Yeah.
And all that can lead to inflammation, weight gain. It can even mess with your gut health, which
Mm.
affects your overall well-being.
Wow. So it's not just about willpower.
No,
It's about understanding the impact that these foods have on our body.
absolutely.
Okay, what else does the script recommend?
Hydration. It emphasizes drinking plenty of water throughout the day.
Right.
This might seem basic, but it's incredibly important. You see, water is involved in practically every bodily function. Even being a little bit dehydrated can make you tired, give you headaches, make it hard to concentrate.
That's so true. When I don't drink enough water, I feel super sluggish and my brain feels foggy.
Yeah,
It's amazing how something so simple can have such a big impact.
it is.
What about portion control? I have to admit, I'm totally guilty of piling food on my plate and then regretting it later.
We've all been there. The script highlights the importance of mindful eating.
Hmm.
It's all about paying attention to your hunger cues and actually savoring each bite. You have to learn the difference between physical hunger and emotional eating. It's a game changer.
I love that. It's about really tuning into our bodies and understanding what they actually need.
Exactly.
Okay, so to wrap up this section on healthy eating, the script talks about balanced meals.
Okay.
What does that mean?
This is where it gets interesting. You can think of a balanced meal like a well-crafted recipe.
Okay.
You need the right amount of protein, healthy fats, and fiber to keep you satisfied, give you energy, and prevent those blood sugar spikes and crashes. It's about finding that sweet spot where you feel energized and nourished, not weighed down and sluggish.
I love this analogy.
Yeah. So it's not just about what you eat, but also about how you combine different food groups.
Awesome. And to show us what they mean, the script gives an example of a meal plan, right?
Did he do?
Okay, I'm excited to get into that. So let's start with breakfast. What do they recommend to kick off the day?
All right, so remember how we were saying that food is basically information for your body?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, this script goes a step further.
Okay.
It looks at other lifestyle factors, not just diet and exercise, that can really impact your overall health.
I love that. This whole holistic approach, it just makes sense, right? Everything's connected.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the other healthy habits they highlight in the script?
Well, they start with sleep.
No, yeah, sleep.
And I know it seems kind of passive,
Right.
but while you're sleeping, your body's actually hard at work, repairing tissues, consolidating memories, regulating hormones. It's like a nightly reset.
I've actually been trying to get more sleep lately, and you know what? I've noticed a huge difference in my energy levels and even my mood.
Oh, wow. That's great.
It's amazing, yeah. But is there a magic number of hours everyone should be aiming for?
Well, it really depends on the individual, your age, your lifestyle, all sorts of things. But the latest research suggests that it's not just about how much sleep you get, but also the quality of that sleep. You need to go through a full sleep cycle, including different stages like REM sleep. That's super important for your brain and your emotional well-being.
So even if you're getting enough hours but you wake up feeling groggy, that's a sign that something's off with your sleep quality.
Exactly.
Okay. Any tips for improving sleep quality?
Well, one of the biggest things is reducing exposure to blue light from screens before bed.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, that blue light messes with your natural sleep-wake cycle.
It does.
And creating a relaxing bedtime routine can help too, like a warm bath or rereading a book. It signals to your body that it's time to wind down.
Okay, those are good tips. So speaking of things that can affect our well-being, the script talks about stress management. And honestly, these days, it feels like stress is kind of unavoidable.
It's true, stress is everywhere. And when you're constantly stressed, your body's in a state of fight or flight, and that can have a really negative impact on your health in the long run.
So we need to find healthy ways to deal with that stress.
Absolutely.
The script suggests things like meditation and deep breathing exercises. Do those actually work? I've always been a bit skeptical.
Oh, they definitely can.
Okay.
Mindfulness practices like meditation have been shown to lower your cortisol levels. That's the stress hormone.
Okay.
And deep breathing exercises, they activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps calm your body down. It's like you're sending a signal to your brain that everything is okay.
It's all about finding that balance, right?
Exactly.
So sleep for restoring the body, stress management for calming the nervous system. And then this script goes on to talk about social connections, which seems a little out of place.
I know, this seems surprising.
Yeah.
But research has shown time and time again that having strong social connections is a major factor in your overall health and longevity.
Hmm.
And it's not just about having friends, it's about feeling like you belong and knowing you have people you can count on.
Yeah, I get that. I've noticed when I'm feeling lonely or isolated, my mood just plummets.
Yeah, me too.
Like our bodies need connection.
They do. Humans are social creatures.
Yeah.
And nurturing those connections, whether it's spending time with loved ones, joining a group activity, even just volunteering, it can make a big difference.
Okay, so we've got sleep, stress management, social connections. What else?
Well, the script also reminds us to be mindful of harmful habits like smoking, excessive drinking, even too much caffeine.
Right. We all know we should avoid those things, but it's easy to fall into bad habits, especially when we're feeling stressed.
Exactly. It's about recognizing those patterns and finding healthier ways to cope. And finally, they emphasize the importance of listening to your body.
Yeah.
That might seem obvious,
Right.
but in our busy lives, we often ignore the subtle signals our bodies are sending us.
I do that all the time. I tend to push through fatigue or discomfort until it becomes a real problem.
I think a lot of people do. But tuning in to those signals is so important for preventing small issues from becoming chronic problems. You need to pay attention to how different foods make you feel when you're actually hungry versus just eating out of boredom or stress and knowing when your body needs a break.
So it's about being more aware of those internal cues.
Yes. And responding to them with compassion and care.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. We talked about moving our bodies, fueling our bodies with good food, and all these other lifestyle factors. Now what? What does the script say about actually putting all this into practice?
So we've talked about a lot of different things, right?
Yeah, we have.
From moving our bodies to what we eat to managing stress.
Right. But where does the script go from here?
Well, this is where it gets really practical.
Okay,
It shifts from just giving information to encouraging action.
I like that.
It emphasizes that it's not about being perfect,
Right.
It's about making small changes over time that you can actually stick with.
Progress, not perfection. I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it asks this really thought-provoking question.
Okay, what is it?
It says, what's one healthy habit you want to focus on this week?
That's a good question.
It is. It's so simple, but it makes you really think about your own health journey and what you want to prioritize.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be anything huge.
No, not at all.
It could be like, going for a 20-minute walk every day or swapping out soda for water, maybe taking 10 minutes to meditate. Just one small step.
Exactly. It's about setting realistic goals and building momentum. And what I really love about this approach is that it puts you in control. It reminds you that you're the expert on your own body.
Absolutely. Even small changes can make a big difference.
They really can.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into staying healthy, I want to ask you, our listener, that same question. What's one small change you can make today to start building a healthier, happier you? Maybe choose a piece of fruit instead of that bag of chips.
Yeah. Or take the stairs instead of the elevator.
You could even call a friend you haven't talked to in a while.
It's all about finding what works for you, listening to your body, and celebrating every step you take towards a healthier life.
Well said. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it helpful. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to reach out and let us know what resonated with you. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay well.